Hello, everybody, and welcome to this episode of the 5D News. We are November 7th, and we apologize a little bit because we are filming this one in advance before the actual results of the election. So we know it's probably going to be a big deal. So we'll try to cover it, of course, in a next one. We'll have some questions on the subject, but of course, it's going to be mixed with other things that are going on and also let's say non-linear news. I'm Julie from Maison Jupiter, and I'm here with my amazing sister, which is going to serve as our divine oracle for the questions. Hi, Sophie, how are you?
Hi, really good. I'm excited to see what is going to happen. Well, it already happened for you guys that are watching. Don't tell us. But I'm excited to see what is going to happen with this election. And I never know what are going to be your questions. So it's always really fun to learn what is the topics.
Yeah, thank you. So of course, our goal with this series is to keep you updated with what's going on in the world, but also to uplift your frequency. And also we ask on many different subjects, and we pick some of your questions from the Maison Jupiter community. So join us. It is a free community to join, and the link is down below in the description box. And don't forget that the content you watch is, of course, shaping your reality and impacting your frequency. So this is why we're trying to keep things high vibrational as much as we can. Before we begin on many fascinating questions, please don't forget to like this video and make sure you are subscribed and you hit the notification bell from the Maison Jupiter YouTube channel. You guys help us so much grow our channel, so we are able to produce full-time content, free content for you guys, and we are fully devoted to our mission of uplifting humanity and giving whatever we can with our talents and gifts. So we created this new series, the 5D News. I wanted to say both words at the same time. 5D News show, and also the 5D deep dive that we just produced yesterday, which was a great one. It's not on the board yet, but it's on star seeds, ET races, UFOs. It's amazing. So please, if you haven't watched this one, go check it out. And we have also, of course, amazing other new shows. And we are also simulcasting on Rumble. So please make sure you subscribe over there as well. All right. So let's start with the topic of the day or of the week, which is of course, US elections.
Mm-hmm.
And because we are somewhere lost in another timeline when we're filming this, let's ask, will there be a recounting of the votes?
It says delays and obstacles. So there could be something with electronic. There could be, or claiming that there is with the electronic delays and obstacles. And and we have official person. So we could have delays in knowing what is the result, who is the official winner. Is there going to be a recount? I do see delays. I'm assuming it's because of recount, but the cards so far are saying delays. And I'm sorry to say this, but I think there is going to be tweaking of the results.
Yeah. I remember last time I asked you this question, that's what you were getting from the card. Also, I watched other psychics. They were also saying the same thing. So let's ask last questions on the subject. Will there be revolts and changes being made following the result of the election?
Well, one thing is clear is we have TEF and we have Fox. So some results have been tweaked. So we just saw this and it's coming back again. Will there be revolt? It's not showing up.
Can we ask just about the change part? Will there be changes being made? Would that be like the, let's say, the trigger for a change in the system?
It has to come from us, because it says that the people that will be having the power to change things are not going to be changing stuff fast about those things. It needs to come from us. It needs to be this rebellion that you were talking about. It needs to be this. And it's need to be bigger than this. In fact, we have here imprisonment, trapped, confined, isolated. So it needs to be not just about the political system, but also about the financial system, this big revolt. Will there be change for the next election? It says yes, because it will be out of the past to be pushed over.
Can we just ask one last one that I just thought about? Okay, following the, let's say there's delays in the announcement of the results or recounting or whatever, after we know like who's going to be president, is this person going to be the last president of the United States in the present Constitution?
You know, it says miracle and exit portal. So the democracy as it is, it's not in a good shape. We have bad health and we have an exit that is coming. So there will be a choice of ending how it is right now. But we do have, we face a lot of resistance on people and systems that are fearing that this will be, it's survival instinct. So big companies, big power plays system are going to have their survival instinct kicking in with this, not wanting to have any change. But there is an exit that is possible with the system as it is, that is coming.
Cannot avoid Pluto leaving Capricorn.
Right.
That's beginning on November 19 officially, but then continuing into Aquarius, which rules horizontal system, not vertical ones with hierarchies. So, and of course, Pluto, it is not a one-day thing, so it's going to take some time. But nonetheless, we're going there with the astrology and the energy, so it makes a lot of sense. All right, next question, and I forgot to put my little theme there, but now we're switching to paranormal. Question from Tim, and that was a really good one. So apparently, around the days surrounding Halloween, so October 31st, apparently Tucker Carlson said he was attacked by a demon at night. And you know that Tucker Carlson has been freely talking about the establishment, about the convergence of the media, and he started being on X exclusively in order to have more freedom of speech. And he was battling like the big guns, basically. Mm-hmm. So that to me makes a lot of sense. So in this video, I'm not going to show it, but you can go watch it on X. Basically, he's explaining that he was never like a big religious guy, so he didn't believe that those things actually exist, but he had like big claw marks. And when he woke up, he thought it was a bad dream, but then he saw there was a blood on the sheets and he still has like claw marks over his body. So he said, now, like, I know that those things are very real. So can we start by asking, was it a real demon attack? Was it real?
We have the card of shadow of a doubt, but what is really interesting is that we have those hands coming to a person. So that can indicate that we're not sure if this is the actual word that you use or another creatures of some kind, but we see that there is something going on there. It says, so we have a great fortune right there. So this is interesting to see this. We have pyramid ascension and we have setback hostility. So he was going too big, having too much influence and doing too much ascension and needed to be stopped. So what was the creature, please? I'm not sure this is the exact word that you use, but this is the card of spirits and souls. I'm using this card for what is in your energy field when you have entities. So whatever it was, this is, I would call it, as my teacher of mediumship called it, the butt ugly non-human.
Okay. So it was real, but we still don't know like what's the creature. So do we want to ask, like, is it going to be of any
No, it says portal. So something that
from the lower astral?
Yeah, the butt ugly non-human evil guy.
So okay, who ordered this attack?
Mm-hmm. So we have the fox. Do we say mice?
Yeah, a plural form of mouse.
And then we have the attack. So it's a woman that attacked, that consider herself as bigger than who she attacks. And this is not a human also. Let's see. Yeah, we have a queen of some kind. So I think it's the high power of the evil side.
Okay. Okay. Oh, and I have another one that just popped in. Okay, so on the good side of things, because like Tucker Carlson was an amazing truther, but he wasn't understanding maybe the spiritual part of the battle. Is it going to, let's say, push him in another tangent, maybe understanding more of the spiritual battle and talking about the spiritual side of things now?
Mm. Yes, absolutely. Because it says we have it says miracle scandal advisor. So I think it will be discredited and laughed at, and he will see how it feels like when you know there's something, but that people don't
Believe
yeah.
So he will be in our side of things.
Yeah.
Where people think we're crazy and woo.
Exactly.
Amazing. Welcome, Tucker. Awesome. Well, it's a good example, I think, to see that with anything like bad, with bad intentions, there can also come great awareness and awakening. So, and by the way, I'm wearing my new earrings that you gifted me, which is a Merkaba. Great protection. Thank you so much. I love them. All right, next question, and we're going to change our subtitle. So we're going to talk about spirituality, and we have the upcoming 11/11 portal, and a lot of people have started to talk about it. And of course, this is not an astrological portal. This is more of a numerological portal. So I'd like to ask the cards, is the 11/11 portal powerful? And if so, what are the specific energies that are going to influence us on the 11/11 or the days surrounding it?
Okay. So it's putting in movement what you want to create. So another kind of activation. But this one is specific to your home and what is making you being able to recharge. So your foundation in life. The 11/11 is often seen as the number for awakening. In tarot, I see this as the 4 of Wands. Some people see it as twin flame.
Manifestation also?
Yeah, absolutely. So with the cards that we see here, it's all about making sure that you have a clear idea of where you want to go, that you are in a place where you are able to recharge. And so if you're not in a place where you're able to recharge, ask to be put in a place of recharge, either with your dynamic of your family dynamic or relationship, with romance or with your home or with your location in the world. And if you are already able to recharge, ask for the next step in your evolution.
So it's kind of speeding up the manifestation
Mhm.
process, from what I understand. So
Absolutely.
we need to make sure that our environment holds a similar frequency to what we want to manifest.
Or to get to or using that portal to get to a place where you are able to have this stability and this recharge energy.
Wow, I loved it. This is amazing. Thank you so much. Okay, so we have a question here from Ganesh in Dreamland. So thank you from Rumble. Thank you so much for your question. Ganesh in Dreamland says, love it, great show. Maybe look at NPCs. So I found this little meme here on Instagram. And the question will be as following. Are there human living bodies? And I'm making sure like I'm really using the right words, and sometimes it's tough to formulate questions for the cards because they are so precise.
Mhm.
Are there human living bodies right now not inhabited by souls? Are there human living bodies right now not inhabited by soul?
Yes, but they start sometimes with a soul. It says that the soul has the right to abandon the body if in this continue on autopilot for some reason. And this is something I would like to ask why.
Yeah. Good
Yes,
one.
you're supposed to exit.
Is it because they're pushed out, or because like the soul cannot bear like the decisions of the ego?
So it says that, oh my God, this is bigger than us. Okay, this is really big. Okay. It's very complicated from what I can tell with those cards. So apparently there is, if you have given your soul, or if you have so if you sign your soul off, or if you sell your soul or anything, if there is a possibility, trying to make that clear, there's a possibility of an outside stronger soul to stop the process of bringing your when you go to the other side with your soul, your body would go to die, right? There is a higher power soul that is able to stop that process, where you go to the other side, you finally learn your body is still continuing without you. And this is horrible because you have to watch your body doing stuff like continuing your life, but you're not in that body, so it could hurt the people around you, continue with your karma. I mean, there's a lot of horrible stuff that can happen with this, and this is this kind of abandoning the body because you could have sell your soul, or this is the only thing that they are showing me, but I'm sure there is others possibilities of why those people would win your soul. This is the card that they're showing me when you have left your body. This is something that can happen, where there is good versus bad in a very simple way to put it. And you are going to the other side, and you emerge from the other side, and you learn, you know what? Your body is still continuing without you.
Crazy. Okay. So first of all, how could you sell your soul? Like, is it literally making a contract with the dark side? Is it because of, let's say, substances, medical substances? Is it more like on a psychological level, physical level?
Every of the above.
Everything counts.
Everything counts. And that could be also an agreement from past lives that whenever they need your body and your next incarnation, you can come in and as an incarnation, and they ask you to leave your body and to leave that shell. Yeah, they have full control over you. You see, this is a beautiful card normally. This is normally a card where this lion, it's supposed to be a lion, is having like garland of flowers, and instead we have those horrible chains and control.
Okay. Okay. And because we have the Seven of Cups too, if I'm not mistaken, and to me that's also talking about addictions.
It could, but there's also a lot of, because there were ghost cups, there was like illusions,
Yeah.
and they're not like real cups. Normally, the Seven of Cups would be more 3D cups, and this is very much illusion. It talks also about, yes, it could be addiction, but it could be about making a wish. This is the position he is in, like making a wish. It could be from past life, because this is a ghost, like could be from the past. So it's very complicated. So don't give your soul up, and reclaim your soul if you sense that you don't have the full power over it.
Okay, this is absolutely crazy. Are there a lot of those? So the NPC concept is a very real one from what I can see. Are there a lot of those NPCs on Earth right now? Like, what's the...
It's the norm. So that doesn't mean that they're not, that doesn't mean that they are without a soul right now. It means that at any point, a higher power can come in and say you're out. So apparently there is a norm where, I don't know if this is, some people I know will say it's from birth, or if you enter a cult, or if you try to have fame, or there is many ways that, and don't go crazy on this. This is not happening without you knowing it. I don't think
Yeah.
it's
So you give your consent away.
You give your consent. There's I split the deck, and there is a ritual about this. Okay, so there is a ritual with this. So it could have happened in a past life. If you are spiritual, most likely you have been in some kind of healing of energy. There's many types, or regression, or anything. And with this, the people are able normally to see or to tell you that you have, you can retrieve your soul, or you have yeah. So don't freak out about this. This is something that can be arranged if you have anything from past lives. But most likely, most people have been giving away their power and their soul. So there is a higher power that can kick out a lot of people from their body at any point.
Oh my God, this is crazy.
Now I go back to what we saw in the previous, in the the deep dive that we did on deity, not deity, but the ET. And it said something like, we were valued because we were obedient. I think this is it.
Okay, so like the dark forces can use also us like a vessel, and can switch it if we're not strong enough to be in our power.
Yeah, and I have seen that in my past lives too, when I do past life regression. So that makes a lot of sense. I have seen in my past life people in power switching souls, and now I get it. It's all connecting the dots. I think people in power are most likely to have sold their soul. Most likely. But this is, I cannot confirm everybody, and this would not make sense at everybody, but most likely.
Yeah. Well, we know why those big organizations are taking over globally. So because it's often relating to some kind of cult. Okay, I think like we stepped on something really big and important. So if you haven't seen the show from yesterday, the 5D deep dive that was on star seeds, on ET races, go check it out. It's a very interesting one. Also has connections to the politics system right now and to everything that's going on. Must watch. Okay, and last question on the subject. What can we do to really claim our power and make sure that this doesn't happen?
And can you ask also in your list of questions, I would like to know, this is weird, I'm asking a question, but anyway, I would like to know how to recognize NPCs.
Oh, that's a good one. Let's start with this. Okay. How can we recognize an NPC? Is it like in the meme? Do they have the same opinions as celebrities in every major corporation?
Yes, exactly. It says that they are good soldiers, so they're going to be not wanting to change their mind about anything. Once they have an idea, they're following it until some higher power will tell them otherwise. So this is the loyalty, the submission that it was talking about. And then we have the magician. So you're not going to see them as it just makes me feel like you're going to see almost like cords, on top of their head. So you're not going to see them reacting normally to a lot of stuff. And if you look at their aura, you're going to see cords.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Thank you. I didn't think we were going to spend so much time on this question, but that was a fabulous one. Thank you for Ganesh and Dreamland. Okay, next one, also from a community member from, I'm not able to pronounce your name, but CRE the ATV Deb from Rumble. She says, or I assume it's a she, they say, I wonder if you could do timelines. I've been aware of us jumping them for a couple of years now, but I'm personally jumping them a lot, like daily since the 8/8 portal. I'd love to hear you talk about the subject. So let's ask the cards in this way. What's happening with the timelines right now? Is it easier for us to jump timelines and to experience alternate realities?
Well, we see it a lot with tarot where you can switch your future. Yeah.
So is it easier right now to do it? And what's happening with those timelines right now?
I have a 10 of Cups and the Page of Sword reverse. How do you see this?
I feel like it's possible to really tune in into a brighter future.
Yeah.
Easier.
Yeah.
Without going through like all this.
Yeah, well, and with more cards, it makes even more sense because it says that you're stuck to your timeline with this card of stuck in a loop unless you get some clarity from source, and then you're able to do more work, introspection, and to make better choices. So to be able to jump timeline, it means that you are able to go within, ask questions, do the work, or to do your cards, because the cards are going, if you ask the right question, they're going to tell you what is in front of you if you don't change anything.
Yep.
But if you don't like that timeline, and if you have mainly minor arcana, switch it.
Change your frequency, change your manifestation, change your actions. And last questions on this subject, because like maybe for people who are not aware of this concept, they're going to be like, what? Jump timelines? So what can the cards tell us about like what is it to jump timelines, practically speaking?
It's to bring the frequency of love and safety. So I'm not saying that every change will be for the best, but it says it's an opportunity to bring more love and more safety in your life. So it looks like you have made a plan for your life, and sometimes you have opportunities to switch towards more happiness, and the word is safety and abundance.
Oh, I love it. Thank you so much for that beautiful message. Okay, another one that I think you're going to like. So this is the Cathedral of Chartres in France. This is a place that we both visited with our dad at some point, and I was fascinated personally with this labyrinth. I even bought a pendant, which is somewhere in my room. As a kid, I was absolutely fascinated, and our aunt, and she's very spiritual, said something very mysterious. She just said, "Oh, and there's a lot of mysteries about this labyrinth. It has special powers, and apparently there's something underneath it." And I was just like, "Whoa!" And to me, that stuck in my head, and I wanted to know more. So let's ask the card: what is the purpose of the Labyrinth of Chartres?
the thing that was underneath is that apparently they have found exactly under the center of the labyrinth, but one story lower,
Hello?
below, yeah, they have found a statue. You will have to translate. The Virgin Mary, but black.
Yeah.
And you're supposed, and I will do the cards. I just want to release this to not be in the cards. You are supposed to do this labyrinth on your knees and to get the full power. And I remember that saying something about healing and manifestation. But they always put empty share on the labyrinth, so you're not able to do it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I found interesting, because when we went, we couldn't go in the actual labyrinth, and now there's people like walking through it. So let's just start by, what was the purpose of the Labyrinth of Chartres, the initial one?
We have 8 of Wands, 9 of Swords reverse, and 6 of Cups and 9 of Pentacles to give you more power and to accelerate the healing and to remove all of the darkness. It's supposed to remove entities. It's supposed to remove a lot of the heavy burdens, energy, low vibration out of your body. It says it's supposed to restore your frequency. And the 9 of Pentacles, I'm just going to show you. So we have 8 of Wands, this acceleration. This is the removal of the darker energy, and we can see it's a loop. 6 of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles. With this 6 of Cups being reverse, it's interesting because the 6 of Cups, I do see it by natural healing. I do see it as unconditional love, and this 9 of Pentacles, and this being reversed, and this 9 of Pentacles is this independent and freedom energy and abundance. So with those cards, it's really about magical power being serving you to restore your own power without anybody external to this. You don't need to go with a doctor. You don't need a priest. You don't need anybody. You don't need anything external except from doing this thing that is removing the darkness and putting in the light. Very, very powerful.
Wow. And you know what? That just reminded me of, did you see? No, I don't think you saw it. The series Westworld. I don't think you did.
Started it, yes.
Started it. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys because I just well, okay, it's a bit small here. I'm gonna try to put it on the screen. There was a labyrinth that's also very, very similar. Where is this going? Okay, gonna go here because we have no choice. So it's kind of the maze in the series Westworld, and they start like in the outer rim, and then you finish here in the center, which is kind of a metaphor for know thyself. Like you go on this big exterior quest to really find yourself at the center, find your power. So I feel like it's somewhat similar to the power of Chartres, which is also like similar to going on this big quest, but also at the end finding your center and your power and your divinity.
I really believe that this is linked with the Rose Croix. What is it in English? The Rosicrucian.
Okay, in what way? Because apparently that was kind of hijacked.
What was?
The Rosicrucians.
Well, there is good and there's bad in everything, I'm assuming. I don't know fully this, but this is old enough, I'm assuming, to be from more of the original. Let me just pull cards on this. Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, and the Hierophant. Yeah, I think this is made. It's very interesting. Those 3 cards are about, this is a way to recharge you to continue on your mission without the power of church, in case the power of church turns so bad and so hijacked, like you said, that and corrupt, that you cannot get those things from them anymore.
Wow. Okay, and last one, because we have so many other questions, but I'm fascinated. Did they really find, and I guess the term would be Black Madonna?
Yes.
Black Madonna. Did they find like a representation of a Black Madonna below the Labyrinth of Chartres?
It says yes.
I love it.
Whoa.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Well, I guess we'll go back to that subject in a next episode. Okay, so we're not going to talk about astrology. We have an upcoming full moon in a sign of Taurus, which is going to be super special. And even if you don't know nothing about astrology, I'll just show you my chart so you can understand. So the sun and the moon will opposite each other. So that's a full moon, that's normal. And as you can see here, the moon is at 24-degree Taurus, very close to our friend Uranus. So that's like an omen for surprises, breakthrough, expect the unexpected. This is the planet of surprises. Unexpected things to happen. So I'd like to ask you and the cards, what will happen in the collective surrounding this full moon on the theme of Uranus? Expect the unexpected.
Ooh, Ace of Swords, Five of Swords, the Fool, High Priestess. There will be truth that will be revealed, and this is going to cause a little bit of chaos. There is, I don't know if this is by mistake, this truth coming up, but it will be shown as, whoops, we didn't intend to be a leak or anything. And this is a big deal. We have the Fool and we have the High Priestess. This is a big secret.
Is it about the elections?
Well, I'm just putting the deck in two, and we have the Hangman and Sun. I want to say NASA.
That makes sense. You know what? Because Uranus is the planet of ETs
Okay.
and the sky and the stars and spaceships.
I want to say NASA. It may be linked with politician for sure, but it's NASA.
Okay, well, I can't wait to hear that. So it's going to be around November 15. Very interesting. So not every full moon and new moon is going to impact the collective, but whenever we have a strong, especially outer planet, which rules the collective and big cycles, usually it impacts the world. So I can't wait to see what we're going to get. And just before we dive into our next category of question, I just wanted to remind everybody that we still have a few days left on this amazing promo. So if you'd like to learn tarot, ask your own questions, connect with your intuition, learn how to decode the cards, but also use it in your everyday life for any kind of question, this is your chance. This is a huge success, especially the level 1 and 2 package that we put together. So this is the major and the minor arcana all together, taught by Sophie, very intuitive method, easy method, so you can read any tarot deck with ease. So we have right now a 50% off launch promo with the discount code MAGIC50, and it's going to be until this Sunday. So still a few days left until November 10th, so 3 days left for this promo. Very affordable price with the discount. This one comes up to $199 USD for both of the courses, which is an amazing, never seen before discount for learning tarot. Huge numbers of videos and energy and time put into this course by Sophie. And also, if you also already began your journey and you already know about the major arcana, so this is the level 2 minor arcana, is also available as a standalone course with the same discount code MAGIC50 to save 50% off. So Sophie, can you tell us a little bit about what's special about this?
The technique is definitely special and different from anything that you can find out there. I had to create my own technique, and this is what I'm teaching you. I wanted something that I didn't have to remember a ton of keywords. I wanted something that was I was able to use any deck that I wanted, and I'm teaching you. Yes, the keywords for you, those of you who wants to learn with the technique of the logic and the mind, or want to add on to your already knowledge of the cards if you already had learned the cards, but also for those of you who want to develop your intuition for cards or for anything else. This is going to help you a lot with this process. You're going to be able to trust your intuition even more, and you're going to be able to use it really easily, quickly enough that you are I think you're going to watch the video, and then you're going to be able to start knowing and understanding cards better than ever before.
Wow. And I can tell like you've put a lot of your heart into this course, and you have Mars in Aries, which is like someone who doesn't like when things are too long. So you teach the way you'd like to be taught, I believe. So you teach in a efficient way, so you don't have to go over like 10,000 books in order to learn tarot. And of course, tarot is only a tool in order to connect to your intuition. And you also teach about easy spread, so you can start right away with your own practice. So yes, don't take advantage of this promo. It's only for 3 days from now. And we're going to switch to our next category, which is going to be the Earth and the stars. So now we're going to talk more about the Earth than the stars. Not so cool what happened in Spain. So they are under lots of inundations right now. And some people that I know who have connections there, they were like, in this region, it never happens. So we are sending a lot of healing, a lot of cooperation, helping hand to everybody here who are suffering with these inundations. And I'd like to ask the cards, are the inundations in Spain natural?
I have 2 of Cups and the Hangman. So it feels like water from one place was
Deviated?
thank you.
Is that a word?
Deviated from one place to another, and it says sacrifice. So I don't think it's natural, but people can argue that it is because it's a natural source of water, but it was deviated from the path as a sacrifice for, we have the sun and we have 8 of Cups. So a place that had too much water and people were not happy about this. So I don't know yet if this is a coast or if this is a rich place that needed to do some kind of things without that water, but it was deviated by men.
Okay. And can we ask the cards why Spain was a target? Like, what do they have there that was a target?
We have a 3 of Wands, 8 of Cups, Queen of Cups, King of Sword, and 10 of Wands.
Important people? Lots of people in your cards.
There is a lot of people, but this 10 of Wands is more about discouraging those people. So I think this is something that serves as a warning, and the people in charge knew that this was coming, but this served as a sacrifice. So there is something political that is behind all of this. Yeah, King of Cups when I split in, King of Wands. Yeah, King of Pentacles. Are you kidding me? And the Hierophant, the Emperor. Yeah, this is power people. This is power people. So there was disagreement, and some place had to get rid of some water for some reason. They just decided, well, you don't want to play alone. We're just going to dump you this problem.
Okay. Let us know in the comments if you have more let's say, information on what Sophie's picking up. Very interesting. Okay, another question from someone from the community. Are we going to go through a period of world abundance soon?
Okay. The first phase will be more about finding a balance, because I don't have abundance yet, but the first phase will be to reach a level of balance, which we don't have right now. We are in the extreme of the lack for a lot of stuff. And I'm still looking in the future with the rest of the cards. It says we have two different timelines in front of us. One has a lot of abundance, yes. And the other one, we have a 10 of Swords, which is the lack completely, and exhaustion and panic. So you still need to go with manifestation, and it's still in place. It's still up to free will. We could go towards abundance. Let me just see how fast we can go towards abundance if we go with our intuition and our vibration. I would say about 2 years tops.
Okay.
And we could go up with, King of Pentacles when I split about this. This is wonderful abundance. We could go into abundance, but right now it's still up to free will, that we still have this possibility that we need to work to eliminate. This possibility of lack and this post-apocalyptic, how you say that?
Apocalyptic?
Thank you. So we still have this energy of very big depression that is showing up as a possibility. Working together is going to be doing a big difference, that we can tweak this towards, we don't want this, we want this abundance. And let me just get the final card on this. What is going to make a difference outside of our vibration? Ace of Swords. We need to speak our truth. We need to communicate. We need to speak up. We need to come together and not just working on our vibration, but also to follow what we want and what we are saying.
Okay, so, well, 2 years to me is like, I think it's still very positive that we can achieve it.
Mhm.
And I'm wondering if the collapse of the present financial system, well, I think it's, I don't know how to say that in English, but inevitable.
Yeah.
I think the old system has to collapse in order for us to go on the next chapter. But what you seem to pick from the card is that we don't have to necessarily be in that rough transition. It depends on the free will. So that passage can be done with ease. Is that what I'm...
Well, I'm starting to question if we have to go towards this crash at all, because it seems to be that path of darkness that I saw. Maybe it's inevitable, like you said. We don't.
Maybe it's just the old system crashing, but we're just transitioning with ease into the next one without like being at a depression.
So let's ask: is the crash of finances, of economy that we have currently, is it inevitable?
But it's not necessarily bad, because,
it's funny because it's switched so much when it's world event. That's why we need to redo the cards about those topics. Remember when I said balance?
Mm-hmm.
I had a card from a cat deck. Okay, this is completely other stuff. I had something completely different. The first card is justice, and it's a balance, and it's gold versus money. So I think the system is in a very dangerous place to crash, which, I mean, we know.
Yeah.
But we still can get out of it.
Yeah. But to me, it's two separate things. We're kind of asking the cards in two separate things at the same time, because, like, if we look at the astrology, Pluto moving from Capricorn to Aquarius, for sure the financial system, the financial way of transacting will change. So, but it doesn't mean that we're going to be in a bad position. So I think that's up to our free will. So can we ask the cards, is there a timeline where, or a possibility where we don't suffer from the transition?
Yeah, absolutely. That is what will show up. Yeah, absolutely. This is absolutely there.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if the cards means that there is a way out of changing the currency.
I don't think so, but let's ask the cards.
I don't think so either. I'm just reading from the cards.
Because change means that something will die and something will be born.
Right? So is there a way that, let's say, that the economy will pick up and nothing will happen?
We can avoid the crash.
Yes, that we can avoid the crash. Is there a way that we can avoid the crash? 10 of Pentacles. Yes, that is weird, but this is what I started to see.
Okay.
The card underneath the deck is even more telling. The money starts to fly. It goes up.
That's awesome.
There is a possibility. So we have two timelines. Of one is abundance in one way or another, this currency or something else, and the other one is more chaotic.
Okay, so let's all tune in, okay, into the timeline where we have this beautiful world abundance and we follow the flow with ease and we're all being more prosperous and abundant.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is very interesting, the next one, because this is passing by so fast, by the way. I have many more questions, but we won't have the time to do all of them. So it's going to be, some are going to be for the next week. Okay. Ecosystem. So we have, sometimes I ask questions and I'm like, nobody will care, but I'm just going to ask them anyways. So if you remember last week, we asked about the invasion of the Asian beetles and suppressing of the ladybugs. So a lot of people have commented on that, which was one of the questions where I'm like, people are not going to care, but actually you care. Awesome. So Vicky, thank you, Vicky. She says, if that ladybug beetle was put here intentionally, what about the gigantic invasive Joro spiders? I think I'm going to have nightmares about that, by the way.
Oh my God.
I'm going to leave it here because, that came from Japan and other parts of Asia and have flooded the southeast of the USA. She says, my house is covered in them. Some of the smaller males have gotten inside my garage. During the summer, I put my indoor tree outside, and every time I water her and have to get a bunch of Joro spiders and webs off of her. Even better questions, will they still be in with us in the 5D? So let's just ask, okay, go ahead. Did you have anything to say?
No, I'm just crying.
This is kind of like a nightmare. It reminds me of when I went to Afghanistan and I wasn't scared about the war, but I was scared about the giant sand spiders. It's kind of the camel spiders. Okay. Were they the Joro spiders? Were they put there? And I'm going to switch the screen because I'm going to have nightmares, I swear. Were they put there to invade the US? Not North America, but apparently they can't survive winter. This is what I read in the article. But were they put there intentionally by humans?
So it says the climate is changing, and this is why they have to go elsewhere. It says more humid places.
Yeah.
Because there is less of their food elsewhere. I don't know. Okay. And let's see, were they put there intentionally? 5 of Cups, the Magician, and Knight of Cups. And oh my God, yes. They were sent.
Mm.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's super invasive.
Yeah. Well, this
Can
is
we
it.
ask why?
It says 6 of Wands, 7 of Wands. So I'm going to say really weird stuff here. It says that somebody was tired to be alone with that problem and wanted to have other countries coming together to resolve this problem and find solution. So they were also jealous about tourism. Very weird stuff that is coming out of this. So they were sent to other places so other people would find solution to how to get rid of them, and that would also be a nuisance to tourism, and I'm assuming also the market for the housing. Very weird stuff.
Okay, is it going to bring the prices down for the real estate in that region in the southeast US area?
Yeah, absolutely. 4 of Pentacles.
Okay, and let's ask Vicky's question. Will they still be with us when we transition into 5D or the New World or the Age of Aquarius?
8 of Swords. They're not going to be able to survive.
Yay.
Where is this coming from, she said?
Japan and other parts of Asia.
Because I heard, and correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I heard that China is mainly buying every house in the US right now. So that would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, okay. So they want to, it's like a political war, basically, economical war.
Yep.
Okay, that's just crazy. Let us know what you think about that. Okay, because we don't have much time left. Where do I want to go? Okay, I saw this, and we're not talking about ecosystem anymore, technology. I saw this. It says here, TikTok will be officially banned in the United States in January of 2025.
Mhm.
Is that true? Will TikTok be banned in the United States in January of next year?
It says Wheel of Fortune, so there could be events that are going to change it. No, they're going to be banned. Okay, they're going to be banned.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, is the traffic that TikTok is getting from the US, will that be migrated to another platform such as Instagram, YouTube? Let's hope it's YouTube, and it does.
Yes, and this is going to be happening in the same time as more laws about freedom of speech is going to be put in place in those kind of places.
Okay. And okay, January. But will that fall in 2025, the laws about freedom, the lack of freedom of speech?
Will that what? I'm sorry?
Will they be canceled, those laws about restricting the freedom of speech in 2025?
So depending on who is in power, we do have a reviewing of it. Yes. So
Okay.
we do see one.
So they're already kind of ready to go behind the scenes.
There is one of the two that is ready to go about this to change the laws in the favor of free speech, and the other one, no. The other one, I don't know. It's not even in the card. So let me check for the other one. The other one has, I would say, connections with people who wants to keep it in silence. So competition is there in reverse. And we do see that it's going to be a nightmare to explain those laws.
Okay, let's end on something that a lot of people were commenting from our last show last week, last 5D news. So we were talking about the time change, and that caused a lot of comments and some angry people about the time change. So It's very polarizing as a question. But a lot of you were talking about, because if you remember, or I'm sure you're not going to remember, in fact, but you were getting from the cards that something that would help having less sunlight would be something of a mineral, you said?
Yeah.
So a lot of people were commenting that vitamin D, and of course there are other minerals that are very, very important, but people were talking about vitamin D very, very much. And so I'd like to ask the cards, does vitamin D help boost the immune system and defend it against viruses?
Absolutely. It says that when you don't have the daylight, this is healing the body and helping the body to restore, recharge, and rejuvenate. And it's a big yes.
Wow. Okay, last one. How important is vitamin D as a daily supplement, especially in winter for the Northern Hemisphere? How important is vitamin D? And here I'm talking more as supplements than what is shown in the picture, but you guys get the drift.
It needs to happen because the sunlight is not going to provide enough. It needs to be outside sources, and it's very, very, very important. It's like a self-care. It's extremely important. Yes.
Well, with that being said, I'll go back to having my daily vitamin D intake. I stopped for a while, but I'm getting back at it since I read all of your comments.
With magnesium, because magnesium helps apparently the absorption.
That's why a lot of people also were talking about magnesium.
Oh.
Wow. Well, that was an amazing show. Thank you so much, Sophie, for answering all of our questions. Let us know in the comments down below if you enjoyed it. Also, you can comment on any questions. And if you have also suggestions for future episodes, please note them in the community. It is absolutely free to join. The link will be down below. Also, don't forget, of course, to share this video with people who you think could enjoy it, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, our Rumble channel. It helps us tremendously into producing some free shows for you guys. And lastly, if you'd like to book your one-on-one consultation with this amazing oracle, you can do so right now at maisonjupiter.com. The link is also down below in the description box. And there is a 10% off special discount code, which is Jupiter, to get 10% off your next reading. And you have the choice between the 1-hour tarot reading and the 1-hour past lives reading. And you can do the online booking also all on the website. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Sophie, and have an amazing weekend, and we'll see you next week. Have a beautiful end of your week. Bye-bye.